And it is reunion night here on Reality Alert. I'm Max Gieser, and we are here with special guest Katie Johantgen. Katie, how are you doing tonight?
Doing amazing. Thank you so much.
Oh my God, Katie, I cannot hear you for some reason. Hold
Oh
on one
no.
second. My headphones unplugged. This
Oh
is live
no.
television. I can hear you now. Okay, we are
Okay.
good.
Wow, we
Can you
did
tell
it.
me how you are again?
Amazing.
Okay, I'm pretty sure that's probably exactly what you said. Wow. Well, what a reunion here.
Yeah.
I mean, the highlight of the night has to be Miles Smith, right?
I guess if you know who that is.
I didn't know who he was until the song came on. Then I knew who he was, right?
You recognize that song?
I recognized the song as a generic song that comes on sometimes.
Sometimes I think that I am living in a different universe than other people.
I know everything though.
But I consider myself to be one of those people too.
Yeah, I do too. Why don't you know this song?
I don't know. Maybe I disassociate too hard every time I go into a CVS.
Yeah.
That's the kind of vibe I was getting in terms of like where I might have had the opportunity to hear that song before. Or, I haven't been watching The Bachelor anymore. And
this sounds like a song that would
he
play
does
during The
seem
Bachelor.
it was a very Bachelor coded reunion to the point where I was like, did they hire the Bachelor art director to do the set design?
Well, I was so confused about everything. One, why was it
outside?
I mean, you could literally hear crickets chirping after everything that everyone said because everything
only makes your job harder to do something like that outside.
Well, because
from a sound perspective alone,
there wasn't a lot of like bombs dropped at the reunion. It was a lot of kind of like, oh yeah, nothing that there wasn't like a lot of big deal things said. So the crickets chirping,
the crickets were very on the nose.
It was very apt, but it was a little too on the nose.
Yeah,
just the outdoor vibe was a little weird. It felt very Survivor reunion.
Very Survivor. I was like, why are we outside? Like nothing about this show is outside. Yes. First of all, the whole front half of the show is that they're famously inside in the pods. And then I guess the most outside time we ever get is when they go in the honeymoon phase. Because then whenever they go back to whatever city it's based in, it's always like just absolute shit. The absolute nastiest time of year. Like gray, wet, like late winter, early spring, just dreary.
Yeah, and they're often in like and just recently they've been in like Minnesota and Denver. They're usually in the cold weather towns.
Yeah, and they are filming there in the off season. Let me tell you.
Yeah, for probably logistical easy reasons. Yeah.
Yeah. Cheap.
Yeah. I feel like we did get some good tea out of the reunion. I feel like I was entertained. It felt a little long. And why are they sober now? Why weren't they drunk why did they choose the weirdest moments to be sober, Katie?
The main vibe of the reunion for me was everyone is media trained now. Like, yeah, it was weird. Everybody got a PR person. Everybody had their pre-written, pre-approved statements ready to go, which sucks for us as the audience.
I wanted them to have full golden goblets running over the whole time. I wanted them to be getting refills. I wanted it to be sloppy. I wanted them
everyone
to be fighting.
Was dry and wrung out. Like,
but why? Why?
Because they hired PR.
Kay on Instagram says Annie was off. Maybe she was still drunk. No, what was off was she was sober. It was bad. Yeah.
So that's why she was quiet, because she wasn't like.
She was giving me like Stepford wife vibes or like politician wife vibes. It was weird.
She got a new wig.
Yes. There's some new programming going on for Annie Bot. Yeah.
Yeah. So she was like, new wig, new me. That was kind of the vibe I was getting from her.
Yeah, it was a little uncomfortable for me on the whole Annie thing. But
Yeah.
Miles Smith, I mean, this guy, he really brought it
What I
down
loved
to
the
the
most
house.
about the Miles Smith performance was it really just set the tone for like what a romantic evening it was about to be, and like how this show is just the perfect proof that love is truly blind. You know, based on all like the happy romantic endings we had this season.
Yeah, it really did. And everybody came out single, which means that life is blind. You know, nobody came out holding
Did they
hands. It was very romantic.
did they ever acknowledge that they made history this season with no yeses at the
You're
altar?
right. They should have
I
apologized
think
to
they
us.
actually like completely brushed over that aspect of the season. Like it was
Should
literally historical for the show, and I don't think they said a damn thing about it.
Are
Am
they
I
trying to
crazy?
erase history, or do you think they'll never acknowledge it?
I just think
Like
they're
the
like, well, the whole point is like we're trying to be romantic. And I'm like, for me personally, I'm like, I would respect them more if they were like, yeah, this show is
yeah.
crazy.
Ugh. Yeah, isn't a big oof here, right?
Yeah.
They should have shown
This
like
is-
a blooper reel with like silly sound effects of the weddings, you know? Like
right.
lean into it. It was a
Right, that's what
mess,
I
you
mean. I'm
know?
like, we prefer when it doesn't work out. Like, I'm not
Yeah.
watching this because it's like genuinely romantic. I'm watching this because it's insane.
Yeah.
And they should lean into it. Like that's what I love about Love Island. Sorry, not to bring it back to Love Island, but I always will. Is that there's always a narrator making fun of the like central conceit of the show itself and all of the contestants and everyone involved the whole time. So there is this like acknowledgement like this is dumb.
Yes.
And
Well,
then there
that's
still
why
are
Reality Alert
romantic
exists.
moments and da da da. And I'm like,
Yeah.
great. But let's not just like pretend like this is for real,
Yes.
you know?
No, we can't. Well, we do have some discussion in the chat. Even
Oh yes.
protein ice cream instead of champagne at the end from
Yeah.
Kelly. Did you hear Anton say, at that time, I would drink a beer in the morning? Perhaps he stopped drinking. He's looking swole. And apparently according to Teddy G, Anton's TikTok is all working out now. So it's giving he
Mm,
stopped drinking. Maybe he stopped drinking. Maybe they all stopped drinking. Maybe they all got their shit together and checked into rehab, you know?
I mean, if anything's gonna hold up the mirror, I think it would be watching yourself on a reality television show where you were
Yeah.
like borderline blackout the whole time. Yeah, I noticed how Anton, I mean, he was glowing. Like maybe it was just because he wasn't wearing his
Oh, you
meta
think he's
glasses.
pregnant?
Yes, and that's really where I was going.
Yeah.
No, I was thinking he looked really good without those really thick framed glasses that I did the entire season think are those meta glasses. Like, you know, the ones
Oh,
that
you
are
think
like,
he was secretly filming people doing the AI thing?
I don't know what to believe anymore, okay? I'm out here paranoid.
I know. Well,
But I was like, oh, was it really all like, is it like classic like teen rom-com trope where all it took was him taking off his glasses for me to be like, actually, he's kind of hot.
oh my God, he's all that. Wow,
He
it's
literally used all
incredible.
that himself.
Wow. Well, let's get to Megan and Jordan first, because you know they really
Yeah.
wanted to start it out with our two ingenues of the season.
Yeah.
Vanessa brings up how at the bachelor party, Megan's friends brought up that if Megan chose Jordan, she could be compromising her lifestyle. You know, she might have to fly business class instead of first class, and
And that's
that would
unacceptable.
be unacceptable. It'd be embarrassing.
Well, you know, when the bourgeoisie, when, you know, the revolution finally turns against the bourgeoisie, you know, who are you going to hide with in the sort of cellars of Versailles? You know what I mean? And I
Yeah.
think that's what Megan is really looking for in a partner. She's like, who do I want holding my hand at the guillotine one day?
Yeah.
And you know, Jordan, he wasn't that for
She
her.
always imagined it being a bald Bezos looking guy, not
I
a Jordan
literally
looking
I
guy.
was dying when they cut to him because like I obviously this wasn't that thrilling because like the news already broke, but I was just dying because I was like, he is like straight out of central casting in terms of like a tech billionaire
I
villain.
know, it's so
Like
funny.
literally, I was like, wow, down to the 3/4 zip of it all.
It's like we couldn't get John Malkovich, so we got this guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Uh,
Good for her.
she says that she wishes she could have given Jordan more grace, but she has dated potential in the past. And I'm like, that's KB's line. That's KB's whole
Yeah.
thing with Edmund, okay? But, Sparkle Megan, you have to be a little more original, okay? But beyond your name. But even Sparkle Megan isn't an original name. We already have Markle Megan,
right.
and now we have
And
Sparkle Megan.
she dropped it completely. Like, it didn't come up at all. Although she was wearing sparkles.
Was
She
she? I
finally
guess
was
when getting
wearing
dressed.
sparkles.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
What do you think, like, the dress code is on the invite for the finale? They're like full glam, full
Full.
black tie. But it was
Well,
just
I don't
funny.
think Anton got that. He was dressed like
No.
a
Well, Jordan was in a full tuxedo.
Yeah, which seemed overdressed.
Right. And then he was next to Joe, who was in like regular straight white guy suit, but cowboy boots also.
I don't know. I never
knows?
really agree with a lot of the outfits for these reunions, to be honest with you.
They're doing their best.
Yes. Oh my God, Vegan Me wants to get rid of Vanessa again. This reunion was so Bachelor. It's like Love is Blind kills Bachelor and is wearing its skin. I do agree with that, but I will keep Vanessa forever. She is not the problem. It's production. Vanessa adds some life, some spice to it. They need to unleash Vanessa. Let her yell at them.
I'm like, she's the only one talking at all, first of all. Nick is simply there.
Yes.
And so I'm like, okay, well, she's the only one who has the ability to read off the teleprompter in this way. So she's obviously an asset. But you know what? I was thinking, I clocked the Bachelor similarities, but I also was like clocking when she introduced, it stood out to me at this moment the most, but when she introduced KB and Edmund, it was like, I was literally like, Andy Cohen should sue, because the intro line they wrote for her was literally like, he loves sucking toes, and at the altar, she said no. Please welcome Edmund and KB. And I was like, if I'm not watching Watch What Happens live on Bravo right after watching Salt Lake City right now, like that is,
yeah, it really felt like it.
Like, you've watched Watch What Happens live before? Yeah, like his whole thing are those like corny, punny, rhyming intro lines, and I was like, she was studying the Church of Andy Cohen hosting a reunion.
We're going to have them go up and recreate the feeding your dog wine scene from season 1 with the accents.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And Messica could have been the bartender. It could have been so fun. So many fun ideas.
If you're going to steal from Bravo, just fully lean into it.
Yeah. And it was Jordan's birthday. Let's not forget that. Happy birthday, Jordan, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think this was an easy time for him. This was not a happy birthday for him.
No. And there was something about the whole season, this like chaotic season ending with everyone's like dissonant rendition of happy birthday with like the weird, vaguely beige colored protein smoothies and like the weird Bachelor setup outside. I was like, this is a fever dream. Like, they didn't acknowledge the fact that no one got married. Like, it was wild.
Why did it have to be protein ice cream? If it's not the chicken smoothie, why did it have to be protein ice cream? It's his birthday. He can't have a cheat day. He only eats protein ice cream. What is going on here?
I guess the season was so dark. There wasn't a lot of like funny inside jokes to pull from this year. So they were like, I guess like the chicken thunder thing.
I guess they didn't want to have alcohol. They didn't want Anton to relapse. So that's what they're probably thinking about.
They were like, we got to move the conversation away from like how often we've been getting sued for how much alcohol we give these people.
Yeah. Jordan thinks he thinks Sparkle Megan would be a great mom. And then she reveals she had a baby boy 2.5 months ago. KB says, that's why you got so thick. You know, she's like, and I'm like, I thought that Megan was always thick. Haven't we been talking about her fat ass this whole time, guys? Like, that's what we've been talking about, right?
Worshiping
that wagon the whole season.
That kills me.
That wagon, the dumpy, as Jordan called it. Oh my God.
The comments, I will say, like, the comments on Sparkle Megan's body the whole time have been bizarre. It's like, what if we all just shut the fuck up in terms of talking about other people's bodies? I don't know.
Yeah, enough about Madison's body. We need to stop talking about Sparkle Megan's butt. Okay, that's what people need to stop doing. Especially us right now. I just think that,
like, if I disappeared to have a baby and I came back and everyone goes, "Oh, that's why you're thick now," I'd probably pull out a knife. I'd probably pull out a knife. I'd be like, "Don't talk about my body at all, ever."
We were all just calling you fat behind your back this whole time.
My God.
Oh, good thing you were pregnant. That's good.
Yeah.
What a relief.
She handled that with a lot of grace. And that's maybe the only compliment I'll give Sparkle Maggie.
Filming wrapped in April. She met Timu Jeff Bezos in July, and they got pregnant 3 months into dating.
So that must have been 2024 then, right?
Yeah, right?
Right, because if they wrapped sorry, I'm like, I don't want to tell myself about how bad at math I am, but I'm like, I don't think if she got pregnant in April of this year.
Yeah, it had right?
Right?
Right? Yeah, it had
This is the hardest part about living in LA. I'm like,
I can't do this stuff on the podcast when I'm trying to look at notes and 3 screens at the same time.
No,
and
because
look at a
we're
calendar.
currently in the month of October.
Okay.
And that was in April.
April is 6 months ago.
And it famously takes 9 months to have a baby.
So it's 2024. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But so then when was the reunion filmed?
The reunion would have only been filmed usually like a month ago. Unless it would have had to have been a month ago.
If you get pregnant in July.
Or this month.
When is your due date?
9 months from July.
Don't put us on the case, guys. We are not good detectives.
All right, let's
June, May. Hold on. No. Don't listen to me. Don't listen to me.
Yeah, all right. We get photos of her and her baby, and I'm like, all right, can we just let Jordan leave for a little bit? I'm sure this is killing him inside.
I literally was like, when they were like, and what'd you name the baby? I was like, what if
Jordan.
it was Luca?
Oh, Luca 2. Luca 2.0.
What if she stole the name?
Yeah.
Those are my intrusive thoughts.
She was like, I was really disappointed when this baby didn't have diabetes. I was really disappointed because the connection wasn't there. I was really disappointed about the whole thing.
I thought it was nice that they took the moment to talk about the difference between type 1 diabetes and type 2 diabetes. However, I think they didn't quite land the plane because the sort of implication was like, if you have type 2 diabetes, like you deserve it and it's your own fault.
But you don't?
And it's because you don't eat well. Like, the kind of like shame.
Yeah, I know.
And they didn't really like wrap up that. Like, they should have been like, there's a difference. Like, he has type 1 diabetes. Like, you're born with it. It's an autoimmune disease. Like, da-da-da. Like, but there's no shame in either diagnosis.
Yeah, I know.
So it's inappropriate regardless.
Yeah, I'm like, maybe they should have brought out like an expert or something. But like, I did not want them to bring out an expert. Like, we already had enough guest stars.
Well, they already brought out a basketball expert.
They brought out a basketball player
and
a musical artist. So I think we had, and those were very important.
Yeah.
So
and Anton's girlfriend got to wave.
Yeah, that's true. Well,
so
I'm okay having
witnesses.
Anton's girlfriend waving. That's
okay.
That doesn't bother me.
I liked it. I like to see like, okay, where do you go next?
Yeah,
after,
I'm also
like a TV relationship.
I don't always like when they like interview people's family members in the crowd and they're like, "Do you love your son?" And they're like, "Oh, he's my boy. I'm proud of him." And you're like, okay, "Who the fuck?"
But you know what? That's so bachelor coded. That is
I know. I hate that.
Mental.
I hate it.
Yeah. And it's not right. It's so cringe. I'm like, guys, be cringe in a unique way.
I know. Yeah, please.
Come on. I've seen this kind of cringe before.
So we learned that Mike and Megan dated after the show. And of course, Jordan is fucking cool with everything. Everything is cool with him. Water off a duck's back with this guy. I mean, come on.
Yeah, I mean, I think that really, for me, drove home the fact that I was like, oh, this all happened so fucking long ago. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I think you don't reach that point of being unfazed unless it's like, well, I can't even pretend to still be upset about this. It was so fucking long ago. I think he was definitely, like, rattled by it all.
Yes.
Understandably, but I don't know. It just was all like, yeah, I mean, we all know she's fully has a full baby with someone else by now. So like, what does it fucking matter?
Do you know what really stood out to me, Katie? So nobody trusts Casey, right? For the most part,
Right.
except for Megan. Casey was the only person that knew about
Oh,
Sparkle Megan's
yeah.
baby. Why Casey?
I don't know. They're both suspicious individuals in my
But
opinion.
Casey, it's like nobody trusts her. And Sparkle Megan was like, you will be the one person I will trust.
I
Probably because
guess.
if Casey told her, if Casey told anybody, they wouldn't believe her. She'd be like, Sparkle Megan's pregnant. And they'd be
Oh,
like, we don't believe you, tramp.
that's
We don't
smart.
believe
That's
you.
smart. I mean, I guess Sparkle Megan is pretty intelligent if she like has all these millions. So I don't
Yeah,
know.
that's how
Is
it
that a
works.
stretch to
That's
assume?
how it works. That's how it works.
But maybe it was like I was picturing it like she ran into her on the street and like had to tell her because she was like visibly pregnant.
Oh, she was like, I don't want her to think that I'm just like thick.
Right.
I want her to know what's going on. Yeah.
Like that was the vibe I got. I was like, maybe they have a mutual friend and it like leaked to her somehow. And then she had
Yeah.
to pretend like, no, you're in on it. You're one of my close confidants. So don't tell anyone, right? And like that's how she like
Yeah,
sealed up the
she was
whole.
really keeping this thing secret, though. She had a secret baby shower with no phones allowed. She didn't,
Well, listen, she wanted it to be an exclusive when she sold it to the Sun.
yeah, an exclusive
She
event
wouldn't
for
she
the Sun
wouldn't have
US.
gotten as much money
Yeah.
when she broke the own news her own news to the
When
tabloid.
she called the paparazzi on herself
That's what
to
the
Denver.
theory's been because they've been like tailing her, and it's like, do people really care that much about Sparkle Megan?
I
Like, it
don't
was
think so.
traumatic to find out that she had a baby. I guess what 3 days before we found
Yeah,
out on
you're
the
right. It
reunion.
is interesting
You
timing.
know, it's like it definitely made more of a splash for it to be broken by the paparazzi the week before the reunion than it would have just finding out on the
You're
reunion.
right. Why would the Denver paparazzi all of a sudden be tailing Sparkle Megan?
Well, why Denver paparazzi at all? Period. Number one.
Yeah.
And number two, like, why are they
The
still
Nuggets
tailing
players.
her?
Yeah.
Yeah, they wouldn't still be following her around. I don't think. I don't know. I just love a good conspiracy theory.
That's a really good point. Yeah. Well, let's get to Casey, Kate, and Patrick coming out. All right. Did we really need Kate here? Like, was this really necessary whatsoever?
Absolutely not. But I do feel like she was sort of like the voice of reason vibe of the season.
I
Like,
don't need that.
yeah, that's true. We don't need that. She looked great.
Not my favorite dress. She looked great. The dress was
I
not
guess
doing
the
it for
dress
me.
wasn't great. The color was great on her, is I think what I mean.
Yes, I agree with the color.
I'm
The
into
dress was
colors, and I kind of look at that first sometimes before I
okay.
like really analyze an outfit.
All right.
So,
That's good to know in the future.
yeah. So just be on it.
Yeah. Okay. Well, this is what I'm thinking. Okay. We shouldn't have had Kate there at all. It's just completely unnecessary. And then we get Patrick and Casey there, and we could have just focused on them for a while, which we did. So we get Patrick saying he watching the clip of Casey talking about him in the hotel, talking about him was slightly hurtful, but he had an idea, and he says it's cool, but it was uncool. What was cool about it? I guess just watching yourself being talked about on TV. Was it? Oh, it's cool, dude. It was sick.
I
Like,
think
she was talking
he
about me.
uses the word cool in the way that Philadelphians use the word John, where
Oh,
it's sort of
John,
like
like
a
it, yeah.
catch-all placeholder word.
Like
You
that
know?
John, yeah.
Yeah, because he is such a like on the nose, like the way he talks is so like, yeah, sick dude, so freaking cool and sick dude. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I was like, I don't think he meant anything by using the word cool.
She didn't think it was cool, though, okay? She corrected him. It was not cool what she did because she was trying to protect him. She was protecting him, Katie. She says because she didn't know if her attraction would get them to the aisle. She didn't know if that attraction could grow.
Yeah, you got caught, girl. Sorry.
Yeah. She was just protecting him, though.
Yeah, no. And she's a real victim here, and I think that's what's like.
I'm really worried about her.
Yeah.
Do you know that she is do you know what's crazy? She went this whole time without mentioning her sister who sings in Korea. Like, she went
That's
the whole reunion
true.
without talking about it.
Well, I think her plan worked. Like, she finally, dethroned her sister in terms of like
Yeah.
most interesting person in the family.
But we didn't hear about her TikTok ex-boyfriend either. The hockey guy we didn't hear about. We
Wow.
didn't hear about
Yeah.
any of her greatest hits.
That's so true. Although I will say, oh my God, when they were bringing them up, speaking of corny intro lines, when Vanessa made the landing strip joke, I was about to have a stroke because I forgot about that conversation. And
How?
I
I
was
think about
like,
it every day.
why is she talking about landing strips?
Oh, you
Then I was like,
you
oh,
didn't
right.
immediately just start thinking about Casey's pubic hair? That wasn't where your mind went to?
I was like, did they come up with like a new term? Like, are they trying to like make fetch happen in terms of like, this is what we call the reunion stage, the
Oh.
landing strip? And I was like, oh my God. And then I was like, oh no, 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 that was like the
Oh,
conversation that
no. It's very
happened.
relevant.
It's still
Yeah.
Psycho that was written and read aloud by Vanessa.
I don't think it was written. I think Vanessa thought it would be like cute.
You're right. It's all off the dome. She's a real pro.
She is. The topic of the ring comes up. Okay. I want to bring up a couple things the cast said. Allie says asking for the ring is weird because Netflix pays for it. And Jordan says, why keep it then? Two interesting perspectives. What do you think, Katie?
I don't know what to think about all this. Cause like no one deserves anything is the vibe. And I don't know. I feel very cheated by this whole back and forth because it took up so much time. And then for them to like, and they made it seem like this big dramatic moment of her agreeing to give the ring back, only for them to immediately go into some sort of basketball side quest that results in her getting the ring back. And I was like, well, now I don't have an opinion about anything because you guys clearly staged this whole debacle, right? Like, why would
No, it
they
was
have gone
totally
back and
generic.
forth?
Chris Paul
And
just
then
happened to be in the audience. He's just a big Love Is Blind fan. They were like, oh my God, you're here. We have a hoop out back. We're going to bring it out.
wow. Isn't life crazy like that? So I don't know. I don't know. I don't think
Should he get the ring back? Does she owe it to him?
I guess they should have to just here's what I think should have happened. I think he should have gotten the ring back and then been like, I'm going to sell this and donate the money to like a good cause.
Yeah, I think that would have been.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
because that's the thing. I'm like, it's not that I necessarily think that like production should get it back because like, I don't know. I'm just like, sell it and donate the money.
Yeah, I just like that either of them felt so entitled to the ring and felt so strongly about it that they were going to die on the hill before the reunion and at the reunion. Like, why do you feel so strongly about the ring? This is really embarrassing for you.
It was all, and then again, like just the fact that it culminated in the basketball game, I was like, well, this was all bullshit. Now I don't believe it.
Yeah, before we get to the basketball thing, so they have this so the stuff happens in the hotel lobby and then they go back to Denver and apparently he runs into her at a party and he says, what's up, ex-wifey? Or this is over the phone. Do you think do you think he had a chance with her until he said that? Do you think if he hadn't said that, things could have, really ended up okay? That was the thing. Because I feel like she is like, do you remember what you said to me? Don't you remember what you did?
Yeah. And they're like,
not all me.
No, it was over a year ago and we all drank so much alcohol. I don't fucking remember. Yeah. I don't know. I could see him making that joke because he's such a like stereotypical, like kind of dumb bro. Like, I don't think malicious. He's just like, yeah, oh, hey, it's my ex-wifey. Meanwhile, he's like deeply hurt. He'll never recover. But like it comes out as him like making a dumb joke.
But she was second. She was second. Deep second.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is the game we play, guys. This is Love Is Blind, okay? You're on a reality show, all right?
Right.
They should just cut the ring in half, you know?
No one's the victim. In fact, you're both the villains.
Yes, and we love you for it.
And
So
come back for Perfect Match,
yeah,
please.
I hope they make it. I haven't heard anything about it filming. I haven't seen any cast leaks. I'm really worried about it. If
Oh,
I
for
had,
Perfect Match?
no, I haven't heard anything. But
Really?
I haven't heard.
Would we have already heard at this point?
Usually by now, yes. Usually by
Really?
now, I've heard things. Every year
Wow.
I've heard things previously. Just saying, a little
Interesting.
nervous. If what I was thinking when they brought Kate out and they've spent so much time on Kate, previously I would have been like, well, clearly they want Kate to be, Kate is going to be on the next season of Perfect Match
Oh,
because like
right.
she's such a minor character. Why are we spending so much fucking
Right.
time with Kate? Like, who cares?
Interesting.
But I haven't heard anything, so I could be wrong. But
Well, what time of year do they usually film?
Now.
Oh,
Or
okay.
earlier.
Maybe they're waiting. Maybe they're literally just waiting to pull the trigger on like officially casting until after they kind of take the temperature of where people stand after the reunion.
I don't know. I don't
Question
know.
mark?
I don't know, but we haven't heard cancellation, which is good. So
That's good.
we shall see.
Listen, I do my part. What's that commercial like? I've done my part.
I do my part. I still
I
have
do
a
my
Netflix
part.
subscription.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I watch Perfect Match every year, even though it's so fucking insane.
I know, and they were just starting to bring in people from other shows. Like, let's just keep it going. Come on.
I mean, we literally had Justine.
I know.
2-time Love Island. I almost said Love is Blind. Love Island champion.
Yeah, come on. Let's get but you know, it was all good because Patrick accepts her apology, you know, even though she clearly fucking hates him. That was the best part.
Yeah.
Oh my god, this is not a real apology. All right, so Chris Paul III comes out. This is interesting to me because he is a player for the Clippers and he's played for some other teams, but he's notably not a player for the Denver Nuggets.
Okay. Will you tell me where the Clippers are from? Let's just assume I don't know anything about.
Let's just assume that you're kidding because they're in Los Angeles.
What about the Lakers?
There's 2 basketball teams. There's also 2 baseball teams. There's the Los Angeles Angels and the Los Angeles Dodgers.
Oh, I guess I did know that. But the Angels play in like
Anaheim. In Anaheim. Yeah.
Okay.
There's also the Chargers and the Rams, 2 football teams.
I think I knew that.
Yeah. So yes, the Clippers play in Los Angeles.
Well, and that's where they filmed the reunion. So it was just whoever.
No, I'm pretty sure they actually filmed the reunion in Denver.
No, they didn't.
I think they did.
Are you being for real?
Think about how weird this set was. I think that they actually filmed the reunion in Denver. I could be wrong. I am not sure about this. Something is telling me that they did.
I just feel like reunions are always in New York or LA.
That is what I am normally thought of, but I am according to Google.
Okay.
The reunion was filmed in Denver, Colorado.
Wow. Maybe that was the only way they could get Sparkle Megan to attend. I mean, if she's a newborn mother, breastfeeding.
Because I heard that there was like parties and stuff going on. I could be wrong. I'm not 100% sure.
I believe you, especially if you Googled it.
Yeah, but I could.
Well, anyway, it's still interesting.
But it's still weird. It's still funny that they didn't like. There's
I just was like, who is this for? I guess you knew who he was.
I don't know. 90% of the viewers probably are not huge sports fans. I just don't think.
Sound off in the chat if you knew who that was.
Yeah, if you knew who CP3 is.
And if you bonus cared. Points if it meant anything. Yeah, if it stirred up any kind of.
I knew who he is, but I didn't care about in this context. I wanted this to be over.
Right.
I don't watch. But he wasn't even playing. We're watching Patrick and Casey suck at playing basketball.
Again, it was very bachelor coded of like, we're gonna bring in this C-list celebrity for a side quest on a group date. And it's like, why?
Well, yeah, I was wondering
what's he promoting? Is he promoting
what is
something?
Well, you're not even telling me what the Netflix cross promotion is. Tell me what it is.
Yeah, what are they promoting? Are they going to start airing basketball games live?
Maybe.
They want to get into more live stuff, but this wasn't live. It just released.
I know they did it live once, and it broke Netflix, and it was awesome, and it was really funny. I want them to do it again. I like the live reunions. I don't know.
Yeah.
Let's get to Patrick and Casey again because it goes into Joe and Madison. We learned that Casey and Joe they dated for a month and a half ish, and it kind of fizzled out because Casey says neither of them were ready for it because they had both told someone that they had loved them. Because Casey was so in love with Patrick that it was probably hard to, move into Joe. That's what happened. It wasn't that Joe wasn't interested in her. It was that she was still in love with Patrick.
No, I think, yeah, exactly. He was not into her. And then that was the line.
Yeah.
Which I get. We've all been there.
Yeah. Madison says that whatever Casey and Joe's connection was, it affected their engagement. And the night of the tuck/dress fittings, Casey had her paws on Joe's chest. And they were flirting, not her filthy paws all over her man's chest.
Oh my God. Get your filthy paws off my silky drawers.
I love how Nick Lachey came in here and was like, well, to be fair, he was like kind of freaking out and like hiding in a closet during the tuck.
And that was one of the only times Nick Lachey talked during the reunion.
Yeah. I was like, I'm going to stand up.
I actually do have something to add.
Joe is a stand-up guy, okay? Joe is one of the good guys, all right?
Oh my God. I was like, good. I'm glad you grew out that mustache. I think you're entering your true form.
Yeah, he looks like
he's in his Charizard era. Like
his Charizard era.
He like his fully evolved self involves him having a mustache.
So he looks like a police sergeant, kind of.
Yeah. The final boss of like sort of his like fuckboy.
But yeah, I kind of agree with Nick that like I was like, I don't think Casey, maybe she's a symptom, but I don't think she's the cause of the breakup.
No, of course not. I mean, it was, again, I think, it was just another like one of a gazillion signs from the second he saw her that he wasn't into it. Like, if you're flirting with other people, it's because you're not into the person you're with. Like, it wasn't like, oh, I was into her until I started flirting with someone else. It was like, no, he was never into you.
No.
And because of that, he's flirting with other people.
Yeah, Madison's like, I still don't have clarity. I'm like, I think there's what? You watch all of that back and you still don't have clarity? He didn't like you.
Yeah.
That is what happened. I'm sorry. It is hard.
He wanted to be on TV, and then he was very quickly in over his head.
Yeah, it's very clear. He just doesn't like you. I mean, it's actually pretty black and white.
Right.
It's actually not super nefarious. It wasn't that he was secretly in love with somebody else. He was physically attracted to you to some extent, but yes, he just doesn't like you.
Yeah.
That's, it's sad, but it's pretty clear. And I do feel for her, but it's not, it's not some crazy ruse or anything.
No, I think he's just like addicted to being single. And that sucks when you like cross paths with someone like that, but like, he's not going to change, and it's not you.
But he's in a great relationship now with somebody who didn't want to date him for the first 3 months of their relationship.
Oh my God, I was dying at Jordan, just laughing at him, like when he was describing it, because he like, and it almost like made me like have more, not compassion for him, but just being like, no, he genuinely doesn't see it. Like he doesn't get it. Like he isn't being calculated and like manipulative. Like he's just a dumb little fuckboy.
Yeah, he's a dick. Yeah. So Madison says she found out about everything right before Mike's pool party when Casey came up to her and said they were a term that you're not supposed to say anymore, Katie. You're not supposed to say that. But I don't know I've asked this before. I don't know what the PC term is.
Wait, what?
What are people who have kissed the same people have
yeah. Oh my God. Yeah, that was nuts.
I mean, some people don't know.
Crazy that they didn't edit that out.
I think some people don't know.
Yeah, I mean, you would fucking hope they don't know.
I think people just don't know. Like I've seen this come up before. Like other comedians have gotten in trouble for it. And then they're like, "Oh my God, I didn't know."
Yeah.
But I was like, God. But now I'm like, I don't know what you're supposed to say instead.
Not that.
Kissing.
You just,
kissing twins.
Sloppy seconds.
Sloppy seconders.
Sister Wives.
Sister Wives. Yeah, Sister Wives.
Yeah.
And Casey, she just denies. She's just a
Yeah.
big denier.
I would believe her if she genuinely didn't remember, because she was like so fucked up when
Yeah.
she's, you know what I mean? Like,
nobody's willing to admit that they were just really drunk.
they
Nobody
were
ever
all
used.
just really
Only
drunk.
Patrick is willing to be honest about being hammered.
Yeah. Which makes me feel like he's the least likely of them to like have an issue with it, right?
Like, we were just boofing chords in the back. Like, I don't remember anybody else being there.
I was absolutely sending it with my boys. And I had a huge buzz on.
I was drinking chords with my butt. Like, I don't get what the problem is. We were doing Fireball.
I just funneled like 4 cores.
We're doing ski shots. Come on.
I was fully browned out by that point. I was just on a shot ski with my buddy Mike.
We were drinking Borgs. It was sick. Do you know about Borgs? Do you know about Borgs?
No, what the fuck?
Blackout rage gallons. That's what the kids do these days. Because they, Four Loko it doesn't exist anymore. So they do blackout rage gallons.
Okay, well, say more.
You take like a gallon of milk or iced tea or whatever, you dump it out. Yeah. And then you pour like Everclear or vodka in it. And then your like mixture of choice, and then like a bunch of caffeine. And then you just carry it around at parties. And it's called a Borg, a blackout rage gallon or whatever.
Yeah.
Fucking sick. Send it.
That doesn't shock me, because
No, it's just homemade for Loko.
Every generation just reinvents the wheel.
Yeah,
like,
every generation is sick.
Edward 40 hands.
We're all sick.
So fucked.
We're all so cool.
I'm fucking raging, dude.
So sick, dude. Patrick is just ushering in a new generation,
Yeah, I'm fucking borking it with my boys.
So cool. Yeah, so Joe claims that there's no overlap, but I'm feeling like there's probably a little bit of overlap. I don't know, guys. I'm getting an overlap kind of vibe here.
I bet there was like a mental and like DM overlap.
Yeah, maybe a mental lapse. Yeah. And some overlaps, but not an intentional overlap.
Thoughts were in motion.
Yeah.
DMs had been exchanged.
Joe says that after he broke things off with Madison, they got drinks. Then they got into an argument, and she says she doesn't remember them having an argument, but they did start making out, and then he started crying. And he says, well, the feelings were fresh, and they probably shouldn't have started making out.
Yeah.
She says it was very confusing.
Yeah. And then he was like, yeah, I was confused. That's the thing. I was like, yeah, I think he's just like that kind of a shitty guy. Like,
I mean, this is just kind of what happens when you decide to hang out with somebody who you broke up with.
Yeah.
Typically,
you like made out in the parking lot and cried. Yeah. Like, that's what happens when you meet up with your ex for a drink.
She's like, I found it confusing. I'm like, yep. It typically is confusing. You typically end up hooking up with them, and you typically end up very sad.
And you don't get back together.
No, I was just about to say that. Yeah, you typically do not end up back together.
I'm sorry that happened.
Rarely do you end up back together.
Yeah.
Especially if it's Joe.
Yeah.
Who's made it clear that
I mean, look at the mustache. You're not getting back together, Girlina. That's a guy going through it, okay?
It's really hard to come back from somebody saying, you're not my person. And I just know you're not my person.
I don't think anyone ever will be his person. I bet
he's his person.
Yes. I think he's gonna have lots of great friendships throughout his life. Maybe even become a father one day. But I don't see him like settling down and setting up shop with one woman.
I think his current girlfriend is gonna try to make this last, though.
Yeah.
Have you seen clips of her being interviewed at all?
No, I haven't.
She went on like a Love is Blind like tea podcast and was like dishing about Casey and stuff, and you could just tell like she loved being
I see. She's
interviewed.
Like really ready to be in the public eye.
It was giving me kind of like Vanderpump like people trying to get on Vanderpump vibes, like a little bit of like, oh my God, you have to hear what Casey did to me. And like, I was with Joe and like, oh my God, like, can you believe that? Like trying to like serve her personality. Like I was like, this, usually people don't get on reality TV by going on like tea podcasts for other reality shows. Like this is an interesting way, but I mean, but to be honest, like she was very forthcoming and her personality was not bad for reality TV. So maybe she can pull it off, all the power to her. The power.
If she gives us good content, I welcome it.
She was serving.
Welcome it. Yeah.
She was going at it.
Do you watch Vanderpump? How do you feel about this new, like fully new cast that we have coming in?
How do I feel about it? I'm open.
Should we go down to SUR and see what's happening in the alley?
I have been since the announcement. I don't know if the person I was served
cameras up
was a new person. There were no cameras up.
Okay, but were they like hot in a way that felt like alarming?
No. I did meet one of the older owners. I forget what his name is. And Maria and I went to Tom Tom for her birthday, and then we went to SUR for dessert. It was amazing. And then we went out to the back alley and we thought, and like, of course, it was iconic. It was amazing. I didn't realize that the back alley is just a public parking lot, though.
Yeah.
It's just a parking lot.
I know.
I thought it was
like an alley. I know. That's the thing. I'm like, it's not New York.
What is happening here?
Alleys here.
But I'm excited. I think it could be good. Do you know that Chris from Perfect Match is actually one of the new cast?
Oh.
Chris from Dated and Relating and Perfect Match season 2 Dated and Related is actually one of the new servers. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. So I'm optimistic.
There's crossover.
I'm optimistic because
I was just looking up. So did you see Ken when you were there? Is that what you mean?
No, I know Ken.
Okay,
I saw like the third owner. He was actually like the original owner of SUR before they came. His name is Guillermo, I think.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
no, of course I know Ken Vanderpump, Lisa's husband.
Because that's the only person I've seen anytime I've been over there.
You've seen Ken?
Yeah. Wow. And it had that reaction that I always do when I see famous people in LA, where my first thought is like, someone I know. Oh, fuck, what's their name? Oh, I don't know them. Oh, they're famous.
Yeah.
Like, my brain's like, that's my friend. So I had and I looked at him and was like, and like waved, and then watched something pass his face that made me be like, oh, that's a famous person.
Yeah, that's kind of, yeah.
But anyway, I saw him.
Yeah. Well,
all this to say is that I think that you and I should go try to get on Vanderpump.
Yeah, we should become servers.
Be like, we're both in very committed long-term relationships and
not alcoholics.
We're in our 30s.
I could be an alcoholic for the right price.
Come on. I'll pick a fight with anybody for a paycheck.
Let's get to Nick and Kate a little bit. Nick apologizes to Kate. I feel okay. I just want to say, I feel like they really underdid the Nick and Annie stuff. I feel like there was so much Nick and Annie stuff. I was like,
they skated right past it.
I know. What happened here? Okay, so first he apologizes to Kate, and Kate just doesn't really buy it. Yeah, I mean, I don't buy anything Nick is selling, from expensive watches to anything about him. I just don't buy it.
And I want to preface this by saying, I'm of course joking, but I was really getting serial killer energy from him.
There's a lot of men on
nowhere.
But yeah,
just kept bringing up the fact he's like, this is why I live in the mountains, and I was like,
oh, very
is that the only reason why you live in the mountains?
Yeah,
you need your privacy for some reason.
I feel like, you talked about how people are like media trained for this,
right?
I feel like he would do media training, but also talk to his, he says he's been in therapy recently. I think he went to his therapist and was like, give me some shit to say, because he said that when he watched the pods back, it was jarring and disassociative, and I'm like, oh yeah, that would be a good. That he probably sounds
let me write
good
that
to you.
down.
It sounds good, but it didn't feel very genuine coming from him. I don't think he had a jarring and
just the fact that
dissociative
nobody
experience
there seemed to by the apology. They were all like,
no, I
those
heard all
were
the crickets. There's like chirp, 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 chirp the whole time. Yeah.
yeah, no, he was a prime example of someone coming in like media trained and prepared with a PR statement. And I was like, yeah, I think but he's like pretty good at it, but like with this like veneer of like dishonesty that I think is very classic for a serial killer.
Yes.
Because serial killers are often like after the fact described as being very like charming and charismatic and like able to like have the right thing to say all the time, but then there's like a hint of falseness to it, and I'm like,
Ted Bundy,
he's
baby.
this young single man who's obsessed with living in the remote mountains.
Mm-hmm. And we only saw certain rooms of his house. What was in the other rooms? What's going on?
Interesting.
And so Annie, she was, I feel like she, we talked about this. She's being like the
Right.
politician's wife. She's being the good wife. She's defending.
She got that new wig.
She's gonna be his body barrier, that's what she's gonna be. She's gonna cover up all of his mistakes. Yeah. Because why is she just why is nobody ever forgives anyone on this show? Even when they say they do, like KB's like, I forgive you, Edmund, but she was still burying him the whole time. Why was Annie so forgiving of Nick?
It was interesting, right? Because you would obviously guarantee yourself more screen time if you're like playing the victim or like, oh, you wronged me and I'm not over it. Like, or like just playing that up. And yeah, she was so defensive of him.
I know, because they probably, committed murders together and they have to.
Right. Or he tried to frame it on her because he was like, she won't remember.
Oh, he's blackmailing her. Yeah.
Out. So I'm going to make her think she did this one.
Mm-hmm.
And then she'll always have to like lie for me because I'm the only one who knows her secret.
Exactly.
Yeah. Hold on. Let's get the screenplay going.
Figured, yeah. Would you figure out that Annie was texting her best friend Haley? So
right. Yeah. And I have to say, like, I could see myself doing that. Like if you were like actively texting a friend about buying a flight to come out for something, and then you realize like, oh, I'm being dumped. And like your way of processing it in the moment is like, well, here's one thing I can control. My friend will not be buying this flight. I don't know. In that moment, I was like, I could see myself being disassociated, being dumped, and like texting someone.
Here's one thing I can control: beating the high score on Snake. So I'm just gonna start playing this game. So her and Nick are friendly, and we learn that Kate reveals she briefly dated Brendan, but she wouldn't call it dating. And then Jordan's fine with it. I'm like, why would Jordan have a problem with Brendan dating Kate? Is another thing I have but Kate says it was messy, and when they got back, everyone was dating each other, and I'm like, spill the tea. Who fucked who? We need a hookup chart. Let's get dirty.
I mean, like, yeah, and like even her saying it that way, I was like, they were just all going out together, getting fucked up, and like hooking up. Like,
but tell us who. Everybody raise their hand and then say, okay, who did you hook up with, and point at who, and then
DM Max right now. Come on the pod.
Yeah, let's talk about it.
Tell us. This will be a safe space.
Yes.
We love hearing about hookups.
We will only tell everybody that listens to the podcast.
Exactly. And no one else. And like, listen, when I got married the next morning, James and I woke up and we were like so excited to go back and like see our friends who had been at the party. And we were like, okay, what happened? Like, tell us all the drama, like who hooked up with who, And nobody hooked up.
Nobody hooks up at weddings.
Messy.
Nobody does it.
I was so mad because we were like, oh, we're gonna have the best party and we're gonna have an open bar and all our friends can like get fucked up and like be messy, and then in the morning we get to hear about all the drama and nothing.
I know. I've been to so many weddings now. I just feel like I feel like people always talk about like how people hook up at weddings and stuff. I feel that nowadays it is rarer than it. I think because people in our generation get married older than they used to, at least at the weddings that I generally attend. So people are generally more in couples.
That's actually a really good point. Because I remember my older sister's wedding. She got married pretty young, and it was a very messy affair. But we were all like in our early 20s. So
yes, exactly.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
All right. I'll forgive my
Most
loved
people,
ones.
most of my friends are failure to launch or late bloomer types, or
Yeah.
just don't care like myself and getting married late in their life.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's like everyone's in a relationship or married already.
Right.
So yeah.
Boring.
Boring, I
Get drunk and
know.
hook up like the
I'm
love
just
is
gonna be handing
blind
out hall
pass.
passes at my wedding in the gift bag.
Yeah.
Everybody gets a hall pass. Please hook up at my wedding,
Act like
okay?
you are part of the pod squad.
Yeah, okay. Yes. Kate reveals that after that date on another day, Brendan was all over Casey. Casey says that this is so not true and that Patrick was there. And Patrick is like, well, if I was fucking on a bender and I do not remember. I do not.
I was
I
four
do
Borg
not.
Steve, dude. I don't fucking remember a thing.
I was locked into that Borg, okay?
I was playing Ring Around the Rosie in the basement with my bros. Yeah, I just don't think that Casey is necessarily a reliable narrator.
Yeah, but I
Because it
also
sounds
love
like
that.
most of these like dramatic events that she's involved with happened when they were all out drinking. So it's like, yeah, I don't think
She's a
anybody
reliable
remembers the
narrator.
fucking thing.
But I
Yeah.
also think that she's also so easy to throw under the bus and just be like,
Right.
well, it's fucking Casey's fault. She's the slut of the
Right.
group. You know what I
Because
mean?
she
It's
does
like,
probably like she's probably the kind of person that like goes up when she's
yeah,
drunk
they're
and
like,
like is touching you and is like,
she touched my man
yeah.
on the shoulder. This
Oh
guy
my
who I hooked up with
God.
once, and so she ruined it for me. She's not allowed to touch
All
him.
of these mid men
I know. She's
like
like,
getting
I'm like,
fought over. I'm like,
you're
come
upset
on,
because
y'all.
you're upset because you went on a date with Brendan once.
It was
And
such a
then
catch that you're with him to this day. Like,
and then Casey, her hands were all over him allegedly. I'm like, it just seems
yeah.
like you're kind
She was
of
probably
putting,
holding herself up.
yeah. Well, you're putting all the blame on Casey.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, yeah, she's loose. We
She's
don't
trying
like.
not to fall over. That's why she's loose.
Yeah, I know. It's just, the implication is a little weird on Casey. I'm like, whatever.
Yeah. Let her be a flirt.
I know. I don't have a problem with Casey. You know,
Yeah.
she shoots a mean.
She's never done
two-pointer.
anything wrong to me.
Never done anything wrong to me. We're Team Casey. We're Team Landing Strip.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Edmund, let's get Anton and Allie. Can I say this is interesting? I felt like Anton was like the one person in these discussions that was really listening to the other, really listening to the other person. Like when she was talking, I felt like he wasn't necessarily agreeing with everything that Allie said, but he was actually taking in what she was saying to him. Yeah. And I felt that when a lot of the other conversations, everybody just got really defensive, which I don't necessarily blame them for because you are at a reunion. You know?
I bet they were all like rehearsing their speech in their head.
Exactly.
Probably.
Yeah.
Right.
Very defensive.
So they weren't like, they were like, okay, this is what I have to say when it's my turn to talk about this like hot topic issue. Whereas he like was like, well, I fully am dating someone else. Like we've moved on. Like it's fine. So he didn't feel like he needed to be as like, this is my script.
Yeah.
So and then the consequence of that being that he actually listened to what she was saying.
She listened and was like, I don't totally agree with that, but well, here's my perspective. And I was like, wow, we're having a conversation. This is very interesting.
Grown-ups.
Yeah. I like when he says that he has been to a so he says that when his friend's girlfriend Melissa, what she said to Allie was nasty work and crazy work. And he had only met her twice before. That actually is very interesting information. He'd only met that woman twice before, and then she goes and calls his new fiance that information about him. That is kind of nasty work.
See, but this could go. You could go either way with this. Just to play devil's advocate, like, yes, it's like, okay, you're right. You just met this person. Like, you don't fucking know him. Like, how dare you? But at the same time, or it was so bad.
Yeah, that is another thing. Yeah.
Right? That she felt like she had to say something despite barely knowing anyone involved.
Yeah, I'm like, what did you do in those 2 times? Were both of those times at strip clubs?
Yeah.
Were you going Patrick Borg style on both times? Like, what was happening?
Like they went out with them like twice and each time ended with them at a strip club. Like that would stick out to me if that was like my only impression of someone. And I'm like, okay, this girl is on a show. Well, the whole point is she's marrying someone she barely knows. I barely know him, and this is what I know.
Yeah, and
You
the bathroom moment stayed out to me too. Did he Okay, so when she pulled Allie into the bathroom, like, did
Right.
she know that it was going to be on
Well,
camera, or did
that's
she
kind
think
of
that
like
it would be off camera?
but that's what's interesting, right? Because, like, he's certainly implying that it was, like, she knew and she was trying to get attention, like, on TV, but I'm like, if she was, why wouldn't she have just said something at the table? You know? Like,
Exactly.
and it's like, you really think, like, this random person has enough production knowledge to be thinking about a hot mic moment? I think the average person wouldn't think about the fact that they're mic'd up when they're going to the bathroom. Like, they would
Exactly.
think, "I can't see camera, camera can't see me."
It's like Robert Durst on The Jinx. You ever see The Jinx?
Exactly. Of
Yes.
course I have.
Of course I
Of course
watched
I
it.
have. I watch
I
everything.
killed all those people.
Oh, oh, he's got a good
Oops. All right, you got me.
Yeah. What was that guy's name again? Durst?
Robert Durst.
He's got a good
Not
Durst.
Fred Durst, different guy.
Right. Lest we forget.
Lest we forget.
Oh my god.
But yeah, I mean, yeah, that was the interesting thing. And then also did he say something about how Melissa said something to Allie later that she didn't appreciate? So she later offended Allie. The whole timeline got a little confusing, but
Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, it's like, well, now you have this information about your, fiance, and you don't like his best friend's girlfriend, who she didn't know if they were gonna break up. You know what I mean? So it's like, I don't like his friends. I don't like his friends' girlfriends. And I don't like what I'm hearing.
but then
You know
she
what I mean?
doesn't talk to him about it ever. She never talks to him about it.
Yeah.
That is weird. That
That
is
is
actually the
weird.
strangest part.
That is
How do
weird.
you
And
how
it
do you
is
not
like
talk to him about it?
exactly. And that is sort of like it sounds like she kind of made up her mind early on and was like, I'm gonna
Yeah.
ride it out.
She must have just
Maybe
decided.
partially hoping that maybe she would change her mind and then just sort of be like, I'm just gonna get to the altar and say
Yeah, she
no.
must have just decided very early on, because otherwise she would have talked to him about it and been like, "So how often do you go to strip clubs?"
And can I just say something? Remember the first time I was on for episodes 4, 5, 6, and I made the comment about flip-flops being a huge ick?
I was gonna bring that up.
And
Yes.
that ended up being, like, the main fucking thing that she got the
Yeah, it
ick
was
from
the
him on.
flip-flops.
What did I fucking
So that's
say?
why she didn't need to
It's
bring up this.
real.
That's why she didn't need to bring up the strip club thing, because once those flip-flops were on, yeah.
She was like, "The dogs were out, and that's unforgivable."
She said the pigs were out though. I thought that
Oh,
was
yeah. Well,
the
that
pigs.
makes I think that does make
It's the dogs.
the dogs.
They're
But the pigs
piggies.
are
They're
the
not. They're
toes.
piggies. They're piggy
Little
wiggies.
piggies are the
Little piggies,
toes.
not pigs. Also, she said that he can improve his walk. He
Oh,
doesn't
that was
walk well
weird.
enough for her.
Yeah.
Does your man need to be a runway model now too? Her
I
standards
know.
are changing by the day.
That comment was a little weird, and I was a little bit on, like, Vanessa's side when she was like, "You're gonna find someone who likes the way you walk," and I was like, "Yeah."
He's probably stumbling because he was drinking a lot. You know,
Yeah,
he
or,
can walk the
it's
way you
hard to
want him
walk in
to.
flip-flops, you know what I mean?
I also liked when Anton says he has been to a strip club and there's nothing wrong with that. And Jordan and Joe are like, hell yeah, strip clubs.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Don't slut shame him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Joe and Jordan are very progressive. They were being progressive men.
That's the thing, I'm like, but I still don't think it's tough, right? Because she was like, it's not that there's anything wrong with strip clubs, it's that we had talked about, like, both being pretty religious, and then I find out you're going to strip clubs, and it's like,
there's nothing wrong with them. It's just that the devil is there. There's
yeah.
nothing wrong with them. It's just you go to hell if you go to them.
Well, it's really hard to hold, like, Bible study there because it's so loud with all the music and the strippers. Other than that, there's nothing wrong with
It's
that.
not a sanitary place to get Botox, so I don't like going there.
No, my esthetician would never do my work there, so.
All right, and finally, the grand finale of Edmund and KB.
Yeah.
Oh man, I really missed listening to KB go on about Edmund for 20 minutes at a time.
Yeah, I felt bad for both of them in this
I always
scenario,
do. I always feel bad for them.
It was just a classic case of just two people, like, not understanding each other. Like, I don't know. I mean, obviously, we don't know what we don't know in terms of the camera being off. And I think she has very, very valid points about like not wanting to be portrayed as an angry Black woman, which I think
For
is like
real. Yeah.
very fucking real. And also, I just can't buy that he would be intentionally doing that. I think she just didn't understand him. And I think it was his first time being intimate with someone in that way. Does that make sense?
I think
He's probably never lived one-on-one with a woman he's romantically dating before.
Yeah, I think he might be being manipulative, but by all the crying stuff, but does he know it?
Right. That's what I mean.
Does he know he's being
what I'm saying.
manipulative?
If it's like a tool of his, I think maybe this is going to make him be aware of that. But I don't think it's something of like him being like, and now to dust off the old tears. Like, again, I think this was his problem. I don't know.
I don't know. You're right.
Doesn't it seem like this would have been his first time? Yeah, it seems like it would have been his first time ever living with like a woman he was dating, and
I don't want to discount either of their experiences.
Right? That's the thing.
Weird thing to comment on.
Exactly.
It's hard to about, and the whole thing is fucking.
I just don't
murky.
think it's like a clear-cut situation. I think they both probably have very valid points, and and I liked that they were able to like hug it out at the end.
Yeah. Well, I did think that he did figure it out, though. He did say that there were a lot of times when she was PMSing, and that was like,
oh, well, that comment I was like,
I think maybe she was just PMSing the whole time. Do you think that was? Yeah, I think that.
I do back everything I said.
Yeah,
no, I forgot about that.
It was like,
that
Edmund,
comment.
Shut the
that
fuck
comment
up.
Was nuts.
I know. I was like, oh my god.
I just don't think he should have been on the show.
No, clearly. I don't think it was a positive experience for either of them having Evan be on the show.
I feel like that's more on casting than on any of them.
When you said that, I was like, oh my god.
Jesus Christ.
Oh my god.
I literally forgot about it. I just like immediately put it out of my mind because it was so nuts. Oh my god.
I'm like, KB, that's what you can bite your tongue for? Like, that's what you...
Jeez Louise, I forgot he said that.
But I like when they're giving, like, Vanessa's like, do you want to say any final words to each other? And I'm like, all right, we're about to wrap this up. And the TV goes on for like 15 minutes.
Right.
And I just start tuning out. I was like, KB, like, we're almost done with the reunion. Like, I don't know how many more basketball players are about to come up, or like someone's going to bake a cake or some shit. I don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah, we got to cut to the cooking segment.
Yeah, I don't know. God. Who knows? Maybe the kids from Adolescence will come out. I don't know what cross promotion is going to happen.
You know what they should do? They should send someone from Great British Baking Show on Perfect Match, and that's what's going to save the show.
Ooh.
They're going to be such a fish out of water. But there's like, they have really hot people come on the show, but they'd probably never agree to do a dating show.
It's not about being hot. It's called Love is Blind, okay? Nobody even talks about bodies on this show. They just talk about
everything's about being hot.
That counts.
Can you imagine a person from Great British Bake Off on like a show like Perfect Match? It'd be so funny.
I'm an interesting person. I'm a scientist who bakes.
I don't really go out to the club very often. I'm usually staying home practicing my recipes.
And can we bring like the narrator person on, but only for their scenes?
Yeah.
Today they're going into pod 7. Will they be going on a date with Marjorie?
Yeah. Timothy's body count is 1.
1.
They'll be going on a date with Lewis. His body count is 398.
That is a lot.
Bake.
Well, Katie, what? I mean, and of course, then they have a big chicken smoothie party.
Yeah.
I mean, they should have made them all drink chicken smoothies. That would have been
bizarre. Yeah, come on, commit to the bit.
Come on, do it.
Blend up a boiled chicken on national television and slurp it up.
Slurp it up. Do it.
That was actually insane. Maybe there were more than one serial killer on this season.
They should have brought in like a Freudian analyst to like really analyze him like live on stage and really get to the bottom of like what would lead somebody to do this.
I don't want to like, it's better to eat anything than to not eat it at all, of course. And like, I
not when it
be
comes
weird
to
with food, but chicken in a blender?
I'd rather starve to
For
death.
real?
Yeah, I don't know.
That's so gross.
I'd rather just die.
Eat
I don't
it
know.
any other way.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's the grossest way you could eat it.
I'd rather just like chew on a frozen chicken breast than do the smoothie. Yeah.
It's actually like, it's the worst. It's so bad.
Yeah, I'm not about it.
Oh, God.
Well, what a season we've had. Love is Blind,
Really?
season 9.
Wow.
It's come to a
Flops.
close.
Season 9, all flops.
Oh,
That's the
well,
tagline.
in the love department, but from a drama entertainment department.
Oh, of course.
I was entertained. I still love this show. I really do.
Yeah.
Wow. What a kooky cast of characters. I hope we see
So
them other
kooky
places.
crazy. That altitude poisoning, man. Great television.
I cannot wait for the Sparkle Megan reality show. We see what she gets up to in
What's
her life.
her like spin-off show going to be called? Sparkle World?
Sparkle World. Or is she just going to join like the Real House? Or are we going to get a Real Housewives of Denver and she'll be like one of the main people?
I don't know if she's interesting enough though.
You're right. She's really not. She really have to amp it up.
She came in hot with the nickname and then it kind of just fizzled out from there.
Yeah, that's definitely the most interesting thing about her.
Yeah.
Her in that wagon, Katie. Oh my God, bow down.
The literal one in the G-Wagon. Didn't that turn out to be your car?
The Range Rover, yeah, something like that.
I don't fucking know.
I don't know
anything.
I
don't know anything about cars. I don't know anything about sports. I don't know anything about cars. It's none of my business.
Everything is your business. Okay, the world is your oyster. Well, Katie, before we go away today, I just want to let everybody know, thank you from the bottom of my heart for joining us this season. Katie, thank you for being a guest to all of our guests this season. From Katisha to Garrett to all of the other guests, thank you, Katie, for stepping up as well. And to all of the listeners, thank you for sticking with me this season. I know there has been a lot of changes, and I know what it's like in the bad times of life and the good times of life and just the okay times of life, what a good podcast can be like for you. And I also know what it's like when a podcast that you've been listening to for a long time goes through immense change. And I know that that's not something that, people really want or look forward to. But I thank you really from the bottom of my heart for sticking with me, for continuing to listen. I promise that things will only go up from here. I promise that every day when I wake up, every day when I go to sleep, besides thanking the universe for my wonderful fiance, I just think about how I can make this podcast better for you. I think how I can make people laugh more and more. And I just think about how much I love reality TV and getting to connect with people all over the world and how much I love getting to do what I do. And thank you all for allowing me to do that. This has been like such a dream come true for me. And I'm just going to keep continuing to do that. So really just thank you from the bottom of my heart for letting me do this. Katie's crying.
I'm going to cry. That's so sweet.
Thank you. And yes, Serena's in the comments and she says, Katie has been a great addition. And I agree. We all love Katie.
I love you guys. I'm so honored to be here.
Yes.
I'll be talking about this, whether I'm on camera or not.
Yeah, we're having a great time with Katie. And I will be back on Friday with Tommy Kang, another friend of ours. We love Tommy. So funny.
Tommy. Oh my God, you guys are going to love Tommy.
At noon PST, recapping Married at First Sight, episodes 5 through 7. And Max and back on the Patreon with fiance Maria. That is patreon.com/reality alert. Because even though the season is technically over, these people, they're going to be on social media talking about stuff. So join me and fiance Maria as we talk about all the social media coming out of the week. And that starts only $5 a month, and we have free trials, $8 a month for our ad-free tier. Once again, Katie, thank you for everything, and I'm sure we'll see you again on here real soon. Bye.
I sure hope so. Bye.